Hello my lovely Celestials, welcome to my very first review video, where I'll be talking about the show Cuphead. I'm very much looking forward to this since Cuphead is my favorite video game, and I definitely have some dislikes, neutral thoughts, and likes surrounding the show. So without further ado, let's get started. The thing I disliked was how they took out the casino and gambling, especially since it was a major part in the original game. And I understand that this is a show being made towards kids, but it's not like the casino and gambling was originally being put in a positive light. Another thing I disliked was how the Root Pack were portrayed, since they were really scummy towards Cuphead and Mugman, and in the game it was shown that they live right next to them, so I would have thought that they'd at least be decent neighbors. And also how they basically leech off of other people, not just the Cup Bros, and just their dynamic with each other. And this is a nitpick on my part, but why do they had to get rid of the carrot's psychic abilities? And I can't remember his name right now, but what was the reason to him not being a psychic? One of the things I feel neutral about is how they took away Cuphead's trait of being greedy, or at least made him not as greedy as he was in the show, because I feel that they could have got some good humor out of it, similar to Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie, where Cuphead would attempt to make get-rich-quick schemes, but would fail at them because they were really scummy. And I also feel that it would nicely tie into the original game where he was blinded by easy riches by the devil. I don't mind the episodic nature the show went with. I just kind of hoped that they stuck with the original story in the game and explored some stuff like what the bosses sold their souls for and why the bosses in the casino works there. And also, the Cuphead Show easily could have been a prequel to see what happened afterwards and if the devil attempted to take his revenge. But ultimately, I'm really okay with how the story came out. Let's just hope they keep some of the lore. I definitely feel that there was a missed opportunity to introduce the train from the boss battle Railroad Wrath, especially since Cuphead and Mugman were in the graveyard, so I don't understand why they didn't introduce the train there. Another nitpick I have is how I wish they showcased Grimmastic more in episode 10, instead of just pushing him till the very end of the episode, especially since Mugman was trying to be on the dangerous side, and both Cuphead and Mugman was right where he lived at, so I don't see why he could have a little bit more screen time. One of the things I really like about the show is the animation and stylization, especially since I really like 1930s style cartoons, like Betty Boop, for example. And the first moments in the first episode really does give Silly Symphony vibes from Walt Disney. Another thing I really enjoyed about the show was the music and a little detail where, for example, when we meet Ribby and Croaks and the episode they're in reaches its climax, the song Clip Joint Calamity is played, which is from the original game, and I just really like that detail. I also want to add that I really like the songs that were in season 1, and the people who sung them did a good job at it, and here are a few of my favorite songs from season 1 here. Speaking of Ruby and Croaks, I really like how the show decided to portray them, and that we get to see more on what they actually do at the boat where we first see them in the game. And I also feel that it makes sense that they would kind of fight each other and get into arguments a lot. I think Elder Kettle is a good character. He's not my favorite by any means, but I do feel the show did a good job at writing him. That he can get pretty grumpy sometimes and get tired with Cuphead and Mugman's shenanigans. But you still know that he loves them, and I also just like how manic he can get. I think the show did a pretty good job with the Devil's character. At first I didn't like him or what his voice sounded like, since I had been in the fandom for a while. It wasn't really the personality or voice I'd thought him as, which was to be more menacing and terrifying. But after watching his performance again, I now like how the show decided to write him off as, and the voice he has. And yeah, that's what I have to say about the devil. I like how Pork Rind is in the show, and that he's just a guy who wants to get his work done in peace. Plus, I can totally see him getting irritated with Cuphead and Mugman's antics. And overall, I just think he's a pretty enjoyable and kind of funny character. I really like how they wrote Miss Chalice on that she's really mischievous, she knows how to get what she wants, and she has really good mystery to her. And I definitely cannot wait to see what she does in season 2. I really love King Dice so far and everything about him. I just wonder why they didn't give him his eyeshadow, but it's not that big of a deal. And I really do hope that he's in more episodes in season 2. I know earlier in the video I said that none of the stuff I've listed is in any kind of order, but I decided to save the thing I love the most about the show for last, and that is that there's going to be a season 2. I want to thank those of you who stayed till the end of this video, and I'm aware that it was probably shit, but I still had fun making it anyway. And if you have any critiques that I could apply to future videos, feel free to comment them down below. And you can also comment down any TV shows or movies that you also would like to see me make reviews on. But until then, I'll see you next time, and hopefully not in a million years. So take care, my lovely Celestials.